Sorry for that interruption, but I think we've got a big story. The owners of that Goa Nightclub, Birch by Romeo Lane, Gaurav and Saurav Luthra, have reportedly fled the country. We can now confirm to you, right after this incident happened, which was Saturday night, Sunday morning, these two, the owners, have fled India. Both the Luthra brothers have fled to Phuket in Thailand. There is a Goa police team that is there in Delhi on the lookout for these two individuals. And think about this, 25 people died. 20 of them happened to be their employees. They couldn't care about their employees. They couldn't care about the dead. They have fled to Phuket in Thailand. Clearly, they wanted to flee from the law. They wanted to flee from justice. I want to go across to Yasha, who's joining us with more on this. So we have confirmation of this from the police that these two owners of this nightclub, and we can show the fire pictures as well. Look at the fire. It was caused by an electrical firecracker. There was a belly dancer who was dancing at that time when this fire happened. There were electronic firecrackers that went off, which hit, I think, the second floor, the roof of the second floor. And then from there, the fire spread. It was clearly gross negligence. There's a case of culpable homicide not amounting to murder that's been filed against both of these brothers. And now they have absconded. They've run away, Yasha.
Absolutely. In fact, this information comes in as there was an LOC that was issued against both the Luthra brothers, that's Saurav as well as Gaurav. In fact, this comes in as the Goa police was present at Delhi. They had also posted this LOC outside their vessel and had conducted raids at various locations in Delhi. Now, after further investigation by Goa police was found when they got in touch with Bureau of Regulation at Mumbai. It was found out that both the accused had taken an Indigo flight to Phuket on 7 December at 5:30 a.m. This, in fact, is right after tragedy broke out late in the night. Early in the morning is where both of these brothers took an early morning flight to Phuket. In fact, now cops who are investigating this case have said that this is a clear indication that they did not want to cooperate with the investigation of Goa police, and which is where now Goa police has taken further steps to coordinate with Interpol and apprehend both the brothers at the earliest.
But tell me, what are the options before the police? Because clearly they are evading the law. They're running away from the law. They're now absconders. They're fugitives from the law. And clearly they have no concern for the people who died. 25 people who died, 20 of them were employed by these two brothers. They clearly have no concern for them. And they have clearly no regard for the law either, because that's why they have fled. They are literally cocking a snook at the law and at the police and have ran away. Now, God knows if the cops can, bring them back. You can stay in Thailand, as my memory, if I can recall right, you can stay in Thailand for up to 30 days. By 30 days, everybody would have moved on from this story. But it's amazing how these two individuals, the owners of the club, on whom there's now a case of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, have literally fled the country. They are holidaying right now in Phuket, running away from the law where they are wanted. As owners, they are responsible for the breach that has happened in their nightclub, not getting the requisite building permissions, not getting the requisite fire NOC. And after 25 people have died, they have the gall to run away from the law. They've just run away from the law. They're in Phuket right now in Thailand. They're holidaying, they're partying, while the families of the victims are crying out loud for justice. What can the police do? I mean, this lookout circular, red corner notice, these are all processes of law that are going to take a long, long time. What can we expect next, Yasha? What is next in the legal process?
So, rightly said, like you already mentioned, this is a long process of law when it comes to contacting the CBI, also and Interpol, and going ahead with the investigation. But so far, yes, of course, because their notices put up on their residences, there are raids that have been conducted on their residences and office. As a further course of investigation, the police can obviously approach local court and seek further investigation for details in this very case, particularly where if they're not to be found, there can be a legal course of action that can be taken against them. But right away, like you rightly mentioned, that because both these brothers have in fact already fled outside the country, is where the people who are close to them, they can also be questioned. It is the people close to them who can further also be taken into custody in case they are found guilty of any kind of involvement with these two brothers. But apart from that, in case these two people, in case family members are found guilty, but apart from that, the cops can also offer pressure tactics when it comes to such close family members.
All right, Yasha, just stay on with us. I mean, this is an absolute, I can't wrap my head around this. They have blood on their hands. The deaths of 25 individuals, these are people who've been named as accused. They're charged with culpable homicide not amounting to murder. And you can see it is the electronic fireworks that started the fire there. 20 out of these 25 are their own employees. And these two brothers, the owners of this Birch by Romeo Lane nightclub in Arpora, Goa, where there were 25 dead bodies on Saturday night, these two brothers have fled the country. They're in Phuket, Thailand right now, running away from the law, running away from justice. And I'm sure, Yasha, their lawyers will now be moving for anticipatory bail. Whether or not they get it is a different matter, but I am amazed. They basically have no regard for the law in this country. They basically have no regard for dead people. People who were dead on their watch. Mr. Shashikant is former DGP of Punjab Police. He's now joining us. Sir, is there nothing that the police can do about this? Now they're talking about Interpol and Red Corner notice, and God knows how long it's going to take. These two brothers are already gone. They've left the country. They're in Phuket right now. They're probably holidaying.
There's a shocking incident, not only on part of the guys who own it, but even the people who were there dancing away to that song or whatever it is. And of course, you're absolutely right. That shows that whether it's police or local municipal authorities or safety organizations that we have, and we've got a long list of these organizations who are supposed to look after and monitor the security of such places to ensure that no such thing happens. Remember what happened in Delhi in the cinema hall, Priya, I think it was, where so many persons perished. That shows that, unfortunately, the civic authorities, including the police, they have just no regard. They just sort of, maybe I will not say that they are being paid or something. I won't say that. But this kind of situation, when it comes up and shows that there's been blatant violation of the rules of security norms, etc., that just shows. And again,
but tell me, sir, tell me, what options do the police have? Now, these fellows are in Phuket in Thailand. As I remember, you can stay as an Indian national, you can stay in Thailand for up to 30 days. In those 30 days, these guys can move for anticipatory bail? Is that what the lawyers will be doing right now?
Yes, certainly. I'm sure that they will be doing that. But again, more than that, if you talked about extradition and all those things, as of right now, I'm not sure whether we have an extradition treaty with Thailand, though I know a number of our terrorists and militants who were picked up from there with the help of Thailand police and brought back. If in this particular case, the police authorities try to get in touch with the Thai authorities and get them back in India, so I'm sure that it can be done. That's what needs to be done.
Does this not show the fact that they fled? I'm using those words very deliberately. They fled the country after this incident happened. This happened Saturday night. Early Sunday morning, these fellows have taken the flight out to Phuket. Clearly shows that they have no regard for the law in this country. They don't care. They know that they can get away with it. That's why they've run away. Now it's up to the law enforcement agencies, the police, to run behind them.
Absolutely. You said, and that's what I'll also say, that it appears that these guys they just don't have any respect for the law and situation and for the human lives. So many persons have perished there. That shows that commit a crime in which human lives are also lost, and then just flee away from the country and go to safer places. And,
can the police press for additional charges, stricter charges? Right now they are charged with culpable homicide not amounting to murder. But in this case, it looks like their intention is not to face the law at all.
You're absolutely right. Again, I'll agree with it. That's what it appears. That's why these guys fled. Instead of reporting the incident and helping the police in sort of investigation, And I doubt whether they really would have wanted to do that. I don't know that. But yes, again, it's really sad and shocking, and I'm appalled. I'm appalled.
All right, Mr.
I've never
Shashikant,
heard of such a thing before.
we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much. This is a wake-up call for our justice system. We've had cases of, no one killed Jessica, right? Where courts of law acquitted an accused person. Eventually, it had to go all the way up to the Supreme Court because of the hue and cry and just the outrage that people felt at the rich and powerful getting away with it. This is another case. These two brothers, I'm telling you, viewers, it has gotten to their heads that the system can be bent for them. If you're rich and famous and powerful in this country, the system can be bent to favor you. And that is what they're doing. They're running away from the law because they know that no court will give them bail. The moment they got to know of this fire, instead of going there to Goa and helping those people and dealing with the situation, they have taken a flight out to Phuket in Thailand, where everybody who's been to Phuket, everybody who travels from India to Phuket, you go there for a holiday, you go there to vacation. These guys are probably holidaying there right now. Over 25 dead bodies. And can you imagine, viewers, think about this for a second. You're running a business, you have your own employees, 20 of them have died. 20 who were working in your nightclub have died because of your negligence. And instead of meeting their families, helping them in this grave time, in this grave hour, and grieving with them, you've just buzzed off. You've just taken a flight and gotten out of the country thinking that, no one can touch you. The law cannot touch you. The police cannot touch you. And the police and the law enforcement will now go around in, running around in circles. They will move for a red corner notice. They will put out a lookout circular. They will ask Interpol's help. Ultimately, what happens? Nothing happens. This is why people of this country, the ordinary citizens in this country, are sick and tired of our justice system, because people like Gaurav Luthra and Saurav Luthra know that they can bend the system to favor them. And they've done that. They've literally cocked a snook at your criminal justice system and said, catch me if you can. And chances are they may never get caught. There's a good chance they may never get caught. Their lawyers are probably preparing their bail papers right now. And I can guarantee you they will move a court asking for anticipatory bail. We will track this story. It's a story that we're not going to let go of here on CNN News 18. We're going to be on the top of this, and we're going to make sure that Gaurav and Saurav Luthra come back to India, are dragged back to India if need be, and made to face the law.